This is kind of exciting news. Vela Games, which is a development studio made up of League of Legends vets, has announced that they are actually in the process of developing a brand new MMO. But instead of it being an MMORPG, which those of us are more familiar with, it's going to be more of an MMOBA. This is a genre that takes the MOBA format, the skill sets that you traditionally need to be successful within the genre, and they are introducing that to a number of different MMO mechanics like dungeons, raids, and large-scale multiplayer content. That's kind of cool, right? We have all these indie developers that are trying to make the next generation MMORPG, MMOs that are focused around dynamic worlds and player-driven economies. You know, what these indie developers generally consider to be a next generation title. But here we have Vela taking two popular, successful genres in their own right and melding them together to actually make something a little more unique with a focus on something completely different to what players from both niches are used to. And let's be real here, this is kind of the direction that the genre needs to be heading. We need to see developers like this take risks, innovate, and do something that could potentially result in something entirely out of the ordinary, but highly enjoyable. Very little is known about the game currently, but they did release a small teaser for the game along with some character art, and let me be the first to tell you, these characters look great. Whoever did the artwork for these characters or this teaser overall made them look absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, dude, all the kudos in the world to you. According to an FAQ posted on the official Project V website, the actual official term for Project V is a multiplayer online co-op, or MOCO for short. This is a game that will be centered around cooperative team skill. Since MOBAs are pretty much PvP exclusive titles and MMOs are honestly PvE games with PvP as a side activity, Vela have confirmed that Project V is going to take place in between both for PvE and PvP. For players that are looking to explore the PvE side of things, there's going to be plenty of things to do, plenty to explore as a PvE exclusive player, either solo or within a group. Likewise, for players that are looking to pursue a competitive career, there will be the option to tackle PvP battles against other players exclusively as well. You won't be forced into either type of game mode. This is a very promising direction to take the game because we as PvE players are often thrown directly into PvP conflicts when all we're trying to do is just grind or farm materials. But then at the very same time, as a PvP player, because I am fond of both types of gameplay here, I know how irritating it can get when someone just comes along and they start killing your monsters, they start stealing your materials and stopping you from farming. Like, I don't know. I as a PvP player, my first instinct is just to attack them. That way I'm capable of contesting my spawn, my items, my materials, my grinding spot, whatever. Having a balance between both PvP and PvE content is a recipe for success in video games, and I am glad that the developers are aware of this. Vela Games already have their eyes set on an alpha test state for 2021. It's unconfirmed when specifically during 2021, but they went on to state that they're aiming to hold a form of closed alpha testing sometime during 2021. Evidently, this could change, especially with the state the world is in right now, but that is their goal. If you're looking to perhaps secure a spot in their upcoming closed alpha test, you can go ahead and register for the test in advance using the link in the description or the pinned comment below. We have instructions on how to go about pre-registering if you're interested. When asked if they have a release date for Project V, Vela Games stated that they're not ready to share an expected release date as they're unsure of how far they'll even be able to push through the game over the course of 2021, and that makes sense. The game is probably a ways off from being ready. If I were a betting man here, I'd wager a guess that we'd get a beta test phase in the middle of 2022 with a full release sometime during the beginning of 2023, but that's just me. They do note that you can join their Discord for additional information if you're interested in keeping up to date with the game, which admittedly I would totally advise you to do if this is something that you're genuinely interested in. I know, we really don't know much about the game. We don't know if this is going to be a third-person action game. We don't know if this is going to have a top-down isometric perspective. We don't know what type of graphical engine this game is going to use. We don't even know how deep the MMO or MOBA features are really going to be. Yet at the same time, we have a confirmation that a dev studio with developers that have actually had success in the past are working on something that actually takes two well-known formulas and creates something entirely new and exciting to players of both genres. Yeah, this could end up crashing and burning. There's definitely the risk there, but I believe this is going to be completely free to play. So in the grand scheme of things, worst case scenario, you waste a little bit of time downloading and trying the game out? I mean, come on. I think these ideas, these developers here definitely warrant some type of hype, and knowing the experience these guys have, this could definitely go on to become the next big MMO, or rather the next big MOCO? Maybe not necessarily the next big MMORPG, but MMOs themselves, the term, are much larger and more inclusive. But this is my opinion, my impressions of the game based off of the very little information we have on it currently. What do you guys think? Does this look like something you might be interested in? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time.
Peace.